What's up, buttercups? BN, I am back again today for a brand new dope saucity video in Infinity Kingdom. Alfredo sauce has been my go-to as of late. It's so nice. We're going to be looking at servers 25 through 32 in our next batch of server analysis overviews. We're going to be looking at 8 areas. We're going to talk about power, honor, faction power, world chat, so definitely drama alert possibility there. Positions around capitals and other cities. We'll talk about RSS zone splits for city distributions, and we'll also take a look at some of the alliance declaration boards, or AKA the announcement boards. And then I'm just going to give you my opinions on how I think the server's progressing. Now, 2 big notes here. One, if you're a player in one of these servers, please feel free to let me know how the server is going. What is the current state of affairs? Was I close to my assessment on the server? And then let me know that in the comments down below. Number 2, you can find in the description now, from this server analysis video onwards, we're going to put timestamps in for all the servers. So if you just want to fast forward to a specific server, check that out down below. You can find it there. Let's go ahead and start. Server 25. Let's look at alliance power. Now, the initial thing you're going to see here is it's a pretty wide gap, right? 75, 60, you got a 16 mil gap. And then again, you have about a 14 mil gap from 2 to 3. Then you're starting to see a smaller gap at about 3.5 mil from 3 to 4. And then it evens out, right, at 4 down to, 8. Then you see a 10 mil gap, 8 to 9, which we then see, at least for the next 2 to 9, 10, close. But then you see the next gap at 6 mil drop off from 10 to 11. And then you start getting down a little bit more, right? So based on how I'm seeing the numbers right now, I would probably, the indication to me is the top 10 are probably semi-active, right? You have 102, and then we'll take a look here, 90 out of 100, right? I mean, again, it's still iffy to me, but based on how general numbers look, right? Because if you look at these alliances at the top, they're probably filled 130 over 130, 129 over 30. Let's see how long that lasts. So maybe they just hit their next bump up for alliance tech, but somewhere around this range, I would say the 10 to maybe 11, this is probably the bubble position where I would say you're probably having more of like a top 10 give or take activity. And then keep in mind, most alliances usually do not remove all their silent players, especially if they start building up a good amount of silent or present status players. They may not get rid of them just because they want to keep those numbers, those power numbers, inflated so they can try and keep recruiting players, right? This is a pretty standard tactic. Now, one thing I will touch on, and this is something I'm just going to touch on here for the first kingdom on some of these descriptions, right, and then we'll go faster to the next kingdoms, is that the reason I'm always a big fan of keeping alliance power as close as possible is really multifold. The most important one is because when you have alliances that are close in power, it reinvigorates players. If you're a player and you're participating in an alliance versus alliance type kingdom-wide event, and your alliance is not the number 1 alliance, but you're the number 2 or down, and let's say the number 1 alliance wins 90%, if not all the events, that can be demoralizing to some players. Some other players may not care, but you are going to have a group of players that cares whether or not their alliance is having an opportunity to challenge that event to win it. And if you're constantly losing it, why would you as a player continue to invest into that event past the potential individual accolades that you can win, right? And I'll give you an example of this as well. So there's an event going on here. It's called Armed Troops, right? And this is just an example based on other specific alliance versus alliance events. You will notice in some of those events, you will have individual accolade rewards, right? And they typically go to a certain point, meaning that, for example, if I train 50,000 T3 troops, then I will get up to these rewards. But if I go over that, I don't get any additional rewards, right? The assumption is that the additional, or not the assumption, but what would happen is the additional investment I would do in this event would go towards my alliance's overall ranking past the individual rewards I got for that event. What this means is that for these players who want to contribute to your alliance and they want your alliance to have a shot at placing the best in the best position they can or ranking, they may start contributing less to those events because you are not in a position to where, or your alliances are just not in a power balance for your server where they feel that their contributions past the individual rewards that they can get for themselves is worth their, well, additional investment. So just keep that in mind. That's probably the biggest point I'll really hint on there. Next, we're going to look at faction power. Right now, faction power, keep in mind, this is one of the biggest things I talk about, which is kind of loosely split up into the RSS zone splits, right? One of the new improved ways that I have kind of started looking at how to go about distributing cities in new servers is going off of RSS zones, right? And let me give you a brief rundown, right? And I'll probably expand on this in a later video. But the reason I'm a big fan of that is because RSS zones are really by far the most important when you really break it down. You have to be able to advance in RSS zones if you want to get access to higher level gnomes, higher level gnome bosses, and higher level RSS tiles, which also come with higher bonuses for occupying those areas as well. Now, there's 33 level 1 RSS zones that you can get access to. Then you'll start working it. It goes all the way there from RSS level 1, right, which is 2, 3, and then 4 you have 9. So the important part here is that you are trying to give as many cities to at least your top 33 for the RSS Zone 1, depending on how you want to go. Again, this is my opinion based on how you're able to retain player activity more so in the beginning. So let's look at how theirs is set up. How many alliances have cities? Wow. So only 14 alliances have cities right now out of the potential 33 that could, right? That's less than half of what we're seeing. In addition to that, you can see that this is kind of what I would refer to as kind of a mega alliance style structured server, right? Where you have one alliance that's kind of taking everything for themselves, and that's just how it looks visually. Now let's take a look at Lord Honor, right? Let's see how much potential fighting is going on. Okay, so 17 mil is pretty high when you look at the higher ends, right? Keep in mind, green is the number 1, and then it's 3 reds and a blue, right? Or 3 blues, and then you have green. So this is somewhat indicative, right? Maybe the number 1 alliance is just going around and taking everything which is green. The others are maybe fighting back. Maybe that could be happening. Maybe they fell out of some way. Again, initially, that's kind of how it looks to me. Now, let's take a look at our next thing, which is going to be World Chat. So let's see what's popping in World Chat right now. Okay, let's see. Rough Night. She wanted Foxy. Cotton Candy. Okay, I like Cotton Candy. You are lovely in that picture. Dude, there is always flirtatiousness that's going on in World Chat. I mean, it never ceases to amaze. Let's see, first we get a moral. Okay, we're just looking for some drama pieces here. I don't recommend boosting. I mean, other boost. All right, let's see. Okay, maybe we won't get in. We're just going to go back to the first cycle or the first refresh. Just to see if... Okay, so yeah, we're here at the first refresh right now. Okay. So yeah, nothing that's really popping off. So we'll go ahead and keep it pushing. Next thing we're going to take a look at is let's look at the map, and then let's go back and look at alliance territories. So I don't have any alliance territories. See, I like this new thing, the initial city zone level. Excuse my Spy Kids moment there. Okay, so resource zones, we have that down. Let's look at who's basically controlling. So you have a capital here, and let's just look at this initial city level. So you have a capital here. Who is this? This is GRUJ controls this. GRUJ controls this one. They control this one. So it's kind of like a third map split to an extent, with the exception of most likely this is GRUJ controlling, the best capitals at level 9. They also control 2 level 7 capitals and a level 5 as well. This means that there should be... Let me see here. That means there should be 2 5s and a 7 left. So there's a 5 here that someone else has. There is a 7 here and a 5 there. Okay. So red has 2 caps, blue has 1, and then green has 6 capitals for themselves. Again, depending on what's going on, this is just a further indication to me that, again, it just looks like kind of a mega alliance structure that we're end up seeing here, right, with kind of more of, we'll just take whatever we want. Let's go ahead and look at some of the alliance announcement boards now, right? This is going to be interesting. Okay, so we have alliance announcement boards. We don't tile hit, we don't attack other Vitus. Our rules are our own. Okay, definitely rocking that strong dictator-like alliance announcement board message. Cool. Okay, second alliance here. Oh, awesome. We got a Discord promotion. You get +2 points from me for having that. A little bit more organized. I actually like the format here, which is recruiter. You got requirements for troop power status, allies. You got NAP, International, right? I really like that structure there for theirs. Welcome, 100% red defenders. Okay, no Discord, no kind of details on, who your Diplo rep is. Do you have a recruiter, right? Who's your migration officer? I mean, anything like that, right? I mean, these are opportunities, right? And again, we're just going to take a look at the top 5. We're not going to go that far down. Red, okay, basically nothing in your board. That's okay, still love you. Hugs and kisses. Welcome, okay, basically nothing in your board. All right, so again, that's more or less my assessment there for 25. Let's go take a look at 26. And keep in mind, guys, look, we're 10 minutes in. Buckle up, right? This could end up being like a 50-minute video. I don't know, right? We're going crazy with it. But the nice thing is we're putting in timestamps, so that should help. All right. Ah, man, I need some more water. Maybe I'll ask my daughter to go get me some while I'm recording this video. You never know, man. There's always good things to look out for. Okay, let's look at server 27 now and take a look here. Okay, so here we go. 26. I said 27? Man, I'm losing it. Okay, let's look at alliance power. Okay, so we got 78, 75. Okay, so number 1 and 2 are okay. This is a little bit more, it looks nicer just because you have a red, you have a green and a blue, right? You have the 3 factions in your top 3 positions. There's a 10 mil power difference with a almost 4 mil difference from 1 to 2. This is better, just visually, than I would say what we were seeing in 25. But let's keep digging. So green, blue, red top 7. Okay, it's okay. Power drop-offs are a little bit heavier here. Again, you can see decent. Again, 10 mil is a decent power drop-off, right, from 1 to 3. Then you have a big drop-off here, right, of 26 mil, more or less, from 3 to 4. That's massive. And then we're looking at, what is this, 8? A little less than 8? 7.5 from 6 to 7, and then it stabilizes again. Then you have another decent drop off here at about 3.7, 3.8, and then wow, okay. So more or less, I would say at this moment you're probably looking at like the top 6. That's probably a little bit more hyperactive, along with the top 9. That's probably low to maybe low mid activity at that power range, just based on where they're at. Let's go ahead and take a look at faction power. How many alliances have cities? Wow, that is frightening. Okay. Let's look at the, okay, yeah, so again, I mean, based on this, you can tell they're kind of condensing right to the top 3, top 1 for each faction. That's nice. Looks like they've given 4 a little bit of some bones to chew, and then 5 and everyone else is kind of getting the scraps. But again, 9 alliances that you've condensed out to. Keep in mind, right, 9 alliances, even if you get to 150 people, right, you're looking at, what is that? 1,000? No, it's not even 1,000. I can't even do math right. What is that? 9, 150. What's that? 9,000, 5450, 1350 that you're looking at for the potential amount of overall active player activity. Though usually, if you're just looking at the top 9, it's probably lower than that. They most likely have some silence and some presence. Almost everyone does in servers, right? Unless all of them were at like 129 or 1 position off and the power was high, which usually would be more early-based servers, right, or for ones that are structured and unified early, where they're having higher opportunities for player retention. Let's look at Lord Honor. Okay, oof, man, some decent numbers here. Again, keep in mind, even when I talk about kill events, right, regardless of how I react, some of these could just be from kill events. Some of these could be from the King of the Hill event on Stage 5 KE. They could be from Contention of Lords KE. These could also be from Contention of Relics. Right? Again, some of the points you'll be getting in that, again, either up to those 3 events are where you could be seeing points really skyrocketing, and that could be it from there. But again, pretty high. I mean, it really seems like there's just a lot of fighting here, potentially, with some of these high honor points that are going on right now. So, again, that's just how it looks to me. Let's take a look at World Chat. See how things are going. We demand exchange student as Hoot. We will give you Diego. All right, cool. Solid. Can I put my name in the hat? Let me see here. You really talk with Ghost. Let me see here. What's going on? Shelby. Ooh, let's do some translations. Ghost instead of ideas. Unspoken. Talk to. Ooh, okay. Here's a long one. Core models will never give in to what we might ask them in the future. Simple to guess what they want. I will not say more. Okay. That doesn't really give me anything to go off of, but possibly some drama. Hopefully I can make sense of this decision, but crying on World Chat is not the move. Okay. Hoot, if you want to talk, we can. We don't like losing capitals. Hoot, you are spot on, sir. That is Yes, I am with that. I definitely don't like losing capitals either, so I am there 100%. He's frustrated because cities are being reallocated. Okay, reallocated. All right, so maybe it's not as serious as we thought. Again, right, two sides to all story. Going toxic and world chat. Okay, yeah, it's definitely not a hot thing. Holy is a two-tone has never been blue. Here is cause. Wait, what? Oh, okay, here's another long one. God, I love reading the long stuff. My only wish is that Crit and Cork become stronger with the pain of my blue heart and prove to the rest wholly that their thirst for power did not lead them to the top. Yes, madame. I really wanted to just give some kind of like 8th, 17th, 16th century response. I just felt like that comment deserved me to be in character. Shelby is an NA. Let's see here. Okay, we're just going to go a little bit more. Tyler, I admired you. Hilo was the good one. You were power hungry. Remember something. Okay, so it seems like a little bit of drama going on right now in S26. Let's take a look at, again, I want to say that this is pretty indicated. So cool. They basically just went with the Rainbow Sherbert split for cities. Looks like there's some cities that are off, but for the most part, it's a third. Yeah, again, let's look at how many. Did we show how many? I think it was 9, right? That had, yeah, so it was only 9. God, I'm going to be honest, it's just an extremely low number. Let's look at some of the boards here on how it looks. Ego 26, shoot power 40 men. Okay, I mean, nothing really to go off there for your board. I mean, at least a Discord would be nice, you know what I mean? Just a bunch of middle-aged men talking about the weather. This is the alliance I need to be a part of. Gosh. Easiest job in the world. No, I'm joking. Have a lot of respect for weathermen. Gosh, what's the thing for, what's the official position? Weather job title? What's it called? A meteorologist. There we go. A lot of respect for meteorologists. Requirements, hyperactive troop. Okay, again, would love a Discord. Would love some official positions, people that can be contacted. That'd be nice. Let's look at, okay. I like how they have at least a little bit of a ranking system. R2's the growing squad. Pearl's magic mics. Whoa, all right. We're going to be moving past Holy Empire. There's a lot going on there. We're only one big family. Welcome. And okay, would still love a little bit more of a structured announcement board. That'd be great. Guild rules don't attack other blue players. All silent players. Okay, I like how they have at least some details here in the declaration board. Never attack a high group of 10 players or more. Oh, cool. So 9. So a small hive of 9 or less is okay. All right, just happy to know where we stand. Our assist house can be if green or if red or green collecting in our own kingdom. Help all new players regardless of color. All right, I like to help all new players. You gotta earn some respect from me. Yeah, boy. Okay, now, so we've looked at that. We looked at alliance announcement boards. Again, my assessment right now for S26 seems like there's some drama going on, possibly. Seems like a lot of fighting is going on. Again, I like the thing I'm going to say about the city distribution is this is something that that is probably going to be somewhat standard, right? Most servers who have not taken a super detailed look at what optimal city distribution plans are or could be that are just, in my opinion, better than doing a standard third split. And that's just because, again, we've done the research on when you do a standard third split, right? The city levels are never equal. The resources are never equal, right? They're actually a little more skewed when you do it this way compared to if you reassigned cities individually one by one to try and get it as close as you could. But then even taking it the next step further, the other challenge is that you're limiting how many RSS zone cities you're giving to everyone, right? So, right, let me give you an example here. You'll look at, and again, it for the most part, right, it's still going to be somewhat close, but you're also limiting based on when you do it off of faction power because of the fact that you may have a faction that may have more active alliances than another. This is the other part you have to take into consideration. So, right, you have 9 of these for the R4s. For 3s, you have, 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, so you have 21 for the RSS Zone 3, right? Then it goes to 9. And if my count's off, that's okay. I'm plus 1 or minus for margin of error. But the idea here is that you are able to have 17. Okay, I think it's actually 20. Anyways, it's okay. I just did like a little silent count. But the thing is that to keep in mind, right, if you have 20 and you divide by 3, it's not an even number, right? 9 is an even split, right, because you could do it that way. But the challenge still with that is like, let's say you go, gosh, what am I doing here? So like, let's look at how the map is, right? Okay, so let's take this off so you guys can see. So this is how the map is, right? So it goes here and then comes down. So let's look at zones, right? That means you have 3 here, right? You have what? 1, 2, 3. You have 7 RSS zone 3s. Then you have, let's take this off again. Then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 6, that's 1 less. And then you come over here and you have 6, right? So that means that blue gets +1 for an additional RSS zone, right? So instead of doing it like that, you go off of the top rankings of alliances to get 1 of each, right? Going up from your 33 down to your 9, right? Where your top 9 would get an RSS zone 4. In my opinion, this is a more equal and fair distribution way to go about it because your numbers are going to be skewed if you do it almost any other way, right? Or at least more skewed, I should say. So again, that's my wrap up for S26. Let's look at 27. Man, I'm at 20 minutes. It's going to be a long video. All right, 27, here we come. Man, I wish I got some more water. All right, let's see. I just asked my daughter if she can give me some water. Let's see how this goes. Okay, now we're at 27. Let's get out. Let's take a look. All right, let's look at Alliance Power here. So we have Nam. Okay, so 74, 70, 58. Okay, so we got 74, 5, 70, 58, 47, 40. Okay, 144, 838. Interesting. All right, so wow, this is pretty wide. I mean, this is like a 34 and a half mil power gap between 1 and 5. In addition to that, you have blue and then green, green, red, right? Again, we like to see the one faction of each, but this is a wide gap. 1 and 2 aren't that bad, and I still like that it's a difference in faction power specifically. So again, right, we're looking at, yeah, it's okay. And then you got red, which is at 47. So still not that bad. But it's just really wide right here. Okay, let's look at faction power and take a look. 16 alliances have a city. Again, a little bit better, right? Let's look at the top set. So blue, wow, has a lot. And then you got green. Red basically doesn't have anything. Almost feels like red is ousted to an extent. Let's look at Lord Honor. So blue-green, wow, is red even here in the conversation? Oh my god, wow. Oh, but Jesus. Okay, wow, number 34 is when red finally comes into Lord Honor. So numbers are a little bit lower, which is not that bad. Let's go and take a look at World Chat. Okay, let's take a look at World Chat here. And actually, before that, let's actually look at how the map looks. Okay, so they basically went with a third split. For the most part, though it looks like they're creeping in, blue kind of went ahead and took over this. And then, oh, green took this. Okay, so they're kind of just taking what they will, more or less, and kind of turning it into a green and blue. All right, here we go. Let's dive into World Chat and take a look. Alright, awesome. Shout out to my little lady because she just gave me a huge glass of water mid-recording, and that's the type of teamwork I'm talking about. Okay, World Chat. It was a good battle, Odin. Let me see, it feels good to me. This water feels good to me, too. Okay. All nom now build. It's low on my part. What's the grass? It was green. You don't get honor for hitting him. Technically, I would say yes. Alright, let's see. I'll get home now and download a computer. What are we downloading? Calm down, Neo. Let's see. I'll be scolding Boba. I hope your warehouse is empty because I am full of resources for when we fight tomorrow. Alright, I've never seen someone just so optimistical or optimistic. That's the word I'm looking for. Gosh, it took me a long time to get that right. For giving up resources. Now they've been deleted in maintenance. Let's see. Alex, no, estoy insultando. Oh gosh, only if I kept up with my Spanish. Alex, I'm not insulting. It's just one way of saying. I think the translator translates poorly into some languages. That is also true. At least for some. Women can't be... Oh, wow. Jeez, wow, we're getting really intense here. Okay. So, it doesn't seem like really there's anything. Maybe if we scrolled up a little bit more. Again, I would say my overall. Oh, sorry. Let me look at some of the announcement boards. Right. So you can't leave the dinner table till you eat your greens. All right. If that is not an indication of that we probably have some fighting going on right now between blue and green, I don't know what is. Angels of War. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I like this. A little bit more organized. Thank you for promoting a Discord, Scuba Steves. 2 points for you. We build a platform where everyone feels driven and appreciated because genuine relationships are meaningful to us. You. Okay, cool, awesome. Again, let's add some contact positions there. That'd be dope sauce. Let's look at IT. NA, not applicable. Sure, why not? Hi. Okay, very nice. Okay, nice. So we're good there. I think it's okay. S27, this is kind of going to be my general roundup here. I think it's okay based on how it's looking. I'd like to see some different levels of city distribution. Again, just ideally. Doesn't look like red really has anything to go off of, right? It looks like they might be in some kind of a war state or at least a friendly war state, right? Honor rankings looked decently high based on server age, but again, not as high as it could have been from some others that we've seen, at least for the past two servers. So we'll see, right? It gives me the indication that it's kind of trending in this either potential like 1 to 2 or a couple alliances. If maybe it's like the top 3 that are fighting each other, who knows? If maybe there's a little bit of war going on. Again, maybe it's friendly war. But at least the indication is it also looks like Red's being ousted, and this might soon become a 2-faction based server. So we'll see. All right, let's go to 28. Where's 28? Awesome. So this is going to be the 4th server. We're at 26 minutes. We're doing okay. I think these servers, the next servers are going to start going a little bit faster now that I got some water. So okay, got to chug that water in between the server loads. All right, so we're on 28 now. Let us take a look and see what's popping here on S28. All right. So we got GOW, IW. Okay. So it's blue, red, green. This is okay. The power gap here from 2 to 3 is really wide. What's this? 21, 20.5 mil? Oh, maybe a little less, 20.2. Oh, that's really steep. And then you have 3 and 4. Gap is decent there. Breaks off a little bit here at like a 7 from 4 to 5. And then, the next blue is at position 7, which is the 2nd Academy Alliance? Oh, I'm so sorry, blue. Oh, gosh, that looks rough. Ah, gosh, come on, Phoenix, you can do it. Okay. All right, so power gap's wide. I like that there's at least a top alliance for each faction that holds the top 3 positions, but gap is just way too wide in my opinion. Let's look at faction power. How many alliances? Ooh. That hurts. 12 alliances have cities. Oh, it's got to be more than that. Okay. Let's look at... What are we looking at next? Lord Honor. Ooh. Shabuyabu. All right. So you got blue and red. Probably doing a lot of decent fighting. Green is a little bit up there. Okay, they show up a little bit more as we work our way down. Okay. Let's look at the map. Did we already take a look at the map? I can't remember. Oh, we didn't. Okay. Let's take a look at the map. Let's zoom out. All right, so... Okay, red's kind of invading right now. Blue and then green. Again, they tried to go for the 1/3 map split. God, it's so weird why people do the 1/3 map split. I mean, don't get me wrong, right? If you haven't taken time to do any research into map or city distributions on city distribution options on the server, right, you might just default to a 1/3 map split like this, which is pretty standard. But again, it still falls short of how well it really could be. Okay, so 1/3 split. We ended up seeing, red kind of pushing in, which is somewhat indicative because, they have 3 spots in the top 5, give or take. And then who knows how Blue's relationship is with them as well. Let's take a look at leaderboards here. All right, so a little bit more organized and structured of a declaration board. This does look nicer. Squad strength, if forbidden to attack Blue Kingdom players, it is forbidden to attack players who are in an alliance. Oh, okay, so they only attack tagless players, give or take. I like how they have the diplomat. I like how they have contact to join listed. Okay, that looks nice. Let's look at IW. Let's have fun and become top 1 together. Let me see if you are under this required. Gotta hit the mid video yawn. Wouldn't be a BN video without it. Ally nap, green ally. Okay. So a little bit more details here for theirs. Where's the Discord? That'd be nice. And let's do a translate. Joining forces, 60K, GOW. Okay, so they have some kind of allies listed. Like a little WhatsApp thing listed there too as well. Okay. I wonder if they did coding to lower this, or if it just shrinks the more you type. But still, nice how we're figuring out. Let me see. Accepting all hardworking and loyal players. I hope everyone that plays is hardworking and loyal. Gosh, bunch of Care Bears. Power 250. All right. What we have to offer. Active and helpful team. Awesome. Love it. Experience from previous game sub. Okay, cool. We also have our own Discord and line chats. Awesome. Where are they? Am I missing it? This is... that line kills me. Okay. Let's look at number 5. We are all one big family. Welcome. Don't attack anyone in the top 10. All right. Does that mean that everyone outside of the top 10 is free to attack? Not sure. All right. Let's look at world chat. I said alliance mark, no IW should attack that node. So everyone attack the node, right? Hey, Lady Elise, love it. All right, can't see, to not attack UPM. Which node you guys are trying to work for? Farming node. Busy, good. Green has more activity than us right now, just go away. God, that's mean. Come on, sheep. We have 4 people literally trying to do all the quests. Leave us alone. Alright. Oh, man. A lot of attacks. Didn't receive a single report. This doesn't look like it's nice. Never mind this. I won a few honors. I moved troops thinking Orion ported into Raiden. Oops, yes please. I prefer feuds. I'm more into the peach of these. Alright, cool. Just awesome. When I get something like a matchmaker attempt. Special. Okay, cool. I like banana bread actually, I'm going to be honest. Alright. Let's see here what else we got. Okay, that's about it. Alright, so nothing really too serious overall. Again, my overall assessment here would be, you know, again, I like the third. I mean, I don't want to say I like it. I'm okay with the third split, right? It is a suitable way to distribute cities, but just not the most optimal way that you could, based on what is important to get for each player in the server amongst the top active alliances, or at least the active ones that are playing, for what they need to start better advancing their accounts. Player power needs to be closer. Again, okay. I really would like to see blue a little bit higher, even if blue just kind of replaced the 4 or 5, right? So you kind of have one of each going down to your top 6. That'd be nice. Power distribution is way off as far as some of the gaps there that we saw between 2 and 3, and then going downwards. So we'll see. You know, I mean, it doesn't look like there's any war, at least initially, that's going on from what we could indicate. Sure, maybe there's some fighting going on. Maybe players just take advantage of KE. Maybe they have server-wide. Who knows? But I would say it's okay so far. Let's look at 29. Nice, man. We are moving. All right. Gotta hydrate. All right, let's take it out. Now, let's see here what 29 has to offer. Okay, 29. Let's take a look. Alright, GOG. Guardians of Gondor. Guardians of Gondor 2. Awesome. I'm not a fan of just renaming yourself. How about Guardians of Orion? You know, let's switch it up a little bit. And, okay. How about Too Cool for Gondor? I don't know, just something different. Alright. 66, 59, alright, about a 7 mil power gap. Ugh, about a little over a 10 mil power gap from 2 to 3. Oh my god, why are these power gaps so big? It's like a 30.5 gap between 1 and 5. That is massive. But I do like this. Green, blue, red, green, red, blue. Okay, I like that. You were going to impress me if you went all the way down to top 9. So top 6 I think is okay. Again, given this is Guardians of Gondor 2, it really gives the impression that it's more of a academy alliance, so to speak, at least at face value. So, I don't know. I mean, if it is a main alliance, then I think that would be fine. Maybe they just did that for the naming. Again, I like the way the top 6 looks. Power gap is really wide, though, and I think a little too wide for what I would be viewing as somewhat optimal. How many alliances have cities? Okay, 16. Wow, even GOG3 does. Okay, cool. So basically, Guardians of Gondor have, right, I mean, if you minus their points. Okay, so basically red is a little bit more, I don't want to say non-existent, but they look a little bit lower on the rankings here. They do have cities, however, which is nice. But you could see that GOG and BPX probably have most of the capitals. Let's look at it. Oh, maybe not. And what they did is they just dedicated... Okay, so they did the third split. No, never mind. Green did extend over, so GOG does have a capital in another city. They probably have all of these capitals as well, I would imagine. Yeah, they do. And then blue, this is probably BPX that has the 3 capitals in this area. They do. Okay. And then what, is there a split here? You got Resi and Sep. Okay, so they just split their capitals up. Okay, so I mean, you know, it's all right. It's not, I don't know. It's nothing that I'm overly, you know, I don't want to say impressed by, but just, you know, again, it's standard, right? That's all I can say, right? It's not a bad way to do it. It's just one way to go about doing city distribution, but I'm still a big believer of going the more optimal way based off RSS zone splits. Okay. What did we miss out? Honor. Let's go to honor. Okay, so a little bit lower honor here, actually, than what we've seen for the past 2 servers, which is a little nicer. Hopefully it just means we're maybe not fighting as much, or it could mean that GOG, because they're basically holding like the top 10, oh my gosh, the top 10 spots, maybe they just do all the fighting, and because of that, nobody challenges, so they don't have to fight as much, which maybe is an indication on why they're lower. Or higher. I mean, this is a lot. Unless you just had players that went to these alliances, or maybe they did a lot of fighting early on. Maybe it's stabilized now. Again, right, sometimes Lord Honor doesn't tell the whole story. You have to kind of go off of map, looking at city distributions, and then how it looks. But again, they got a third split. Let's take a look at World Chat. Let's see what's popping. Give me some of that drama popcorn real quick. Let's see. What do we have here? Okay. A lot of Spanish. Okay, let's translate some of these. I respect the king's rules. I'm sorry. Okay, that's nice. Oh my gosh. We writing essays? Alright, this guy's doing a little around-the-world visit to player cities. Possibly. Wow. Alright. Alright. Lots of Espanol. Okay, so it doesn't really seem like there's any drama or, you know, any potential indications. So it seems alright there. Let's look at alliance announcement boards. Who wants to apply? All for one and one for all. Alright, D'Artagnan. Let's cool it. GOG family is open. Okay, at least they got recruiters. Message us. Your castle level with your strongest troop power to join us. Affiliations. Alright, where's the Discord? Right, a little bit more officer positions. You know, let's format that announcement board a little better. Ooh, I like this. We're using dots now. Fit the game must be fun. Oh, have fun. I'm fun. Alright, where's the Discord? Let's add it. Semp, alright, here we go. Okay, a little bit more formatting. Alright, I like it. Respect. German English. Hyper status team player, no drama. Not like this drama llama. Players want to improve. A fair major system. Team play, Discord. But where's the Discord? I love it. People, they tell you their social media platform for the communication social platform, but they don't actually give you the link. Where is it? Right? Again, you can vet or gate people. Maybe they have it on the notice board. That could be the case for some of the other alliances that we saw, but still, right? Make an easy way for people to join. So, or at least an easier way, I should say. Obviously, once they join, if they see it on the notice board, right, it's kind of there. Again, Discord. Still. Right? How about a Unified Kingdom Discord? Right? We haven't seen that from any of the servers so far. Okay. So, nothing really big there. We looked at zone splits. Cities, looks like they have. Look at the boards. Alright, so again, I think in S29, I think everything's alright. Again, with the exception of what we ended up seeing, I think it was Red, right? Who was taking a little bit less. Or no, sorry, not Red. It was... Gosh. No, maybe it was Red, based on the faction power. Even though, if you added I actually think it's a little better than we probably think, because red isn't consolidating. They're doing a little bit more of a split, right, between Resi and Semp, and even if they took Matter's stuff, right, you'd probably have them about 18. It would probably be a little closer to 2, to blue here in the number 2 position, right, for having a top red. So I think the difference here is they're just splitting it. They're not front loading. So again, I think it's okay. It doesn't seem like, it seems like S29 might actually look the best out of the 5 or so that we've seen, right? Okay, let's look at 30. I think I'm about to scroll for 30. Did I miss it? Where's my 30? All right, so we got 3 more. I'm at 40 minutes. This isn't that bad. Actually, I thought I'd be going a little bit longer. Excuse me if you heard that slight internal burpage. Okay. So here we go. We're taking a look at S30. Let's see what we got. So Rev, 10 mil gap. All right, okay. SE 4 mil, and then we have 7, 6.5, a little less. Right, we got red, blue, green. Okay, is 6 blue? All right, you're impressing me. Oh, baby. Top 9. All right. Oh, don't do it. Oh, gosh, you're going to make me really excited in my stomach. Butterflies, I mean. How dare you, dirty people. Okay, so this looks a little better. I like the top 9 distribution for 1 of each, within batches of 3. But, again, you got a 14 mil gap between 1 and 3. Let's see. They have 8 more spots to fill. 110 to 120, and then 3. Okay, so they're close, right? But again, they still have about the same amount of spots to fill with the 14 mil gap. These guys have 5 more spots to fill with about a 10 mil gap. So yeah. And then from 1 to 5, you got what? 21.4 mil gap. So I mean, a little bit too wide for me. Let's look at faction power. How many alliances have cities? 16. Okay. I mean, it's okay. It's it's better than if it was 8. Better than if it was 7. Again, 16's all right. Still would like for that to see a little bit more. Let's look at Lord Honor. Ooh, oh, Lord Honor. Ooh, I had some hopes, but then it might have went down the drain. So green, 11 10s. I mean, again, those are pretty high right now for, I would say, how old the server is, given with the honor trends we've seen in others. Now, again, as always, keep in mind this could just be from any of the 3 kill event portion events that they're gaining this in. Let's look at map distribution and see how that is. I'm telling you, man, my scouts are always getting attacked. What did I just click on? I don't even know. Where's Merlin coming from? Who are you? All right, let's look at the map. Okay, so map, pretty standard, right? 3rd split, but we do have some differences here, right? With green taking a couple. Maybe green might be taking this cap. Maybe blue's going to take this from red. What was the faction power? Did we look at that? Okay, so red, blue, green. Okay, so red's got top faction power for them, and then, I mean, again, out of 16. Right, so let's look. Blue has 5 alliances. Green has 6. Okay. So the only difference between red and green is that green is sharing with 1 more alliance. Blue and red only have 5. Okay, so not that big. Let's go back here. I just want to see something. Let's go all. So red, blue, green. Yeah, position doesn't really matter too much. 23. Okay, so red is basically front loading a little bit more. Green and blue are probably just doing a little bit more of sharing is caring, along with some lovely Care Bear hugs. Okay, looks cool. Let's look at world chat. Let's see what's popping. Ooh, we watch anime? I like anime. If you were a conffish, tell me what sushi you like to eat. Jellyfish. I'm a little bit more of a bluefin tuna guy for sushi. So, I'm. Let's see here. I don't give you any excuse. It's just kind of situation. Until they made their job. Or fetch. Let me see. Active. You and other. And he thinks the war is still going on. Okay, so there was a war. There's other responsibility of R5 and R6 to make sure instructions get passed down. Oh, sorry, asking that as a question. Milo says, guys, to be honest, as noob was or is not easy to understand all rules from the start. I'm sure we are doing what we must do. Okay. You know, I mean, I would kind of go against that and say that there are actually a lot of things you can do to make sure that you have as wide of a spread of information dissemination as possible. My guy is supposed to wait for a week before he gets an apology. He said he will not attack outside of the FZ anymore. Oh, okay, cool. I wonder if they're doing FZ stuff, or maybe it's just for COR that's going on. He will try to talk with the guy. If tonight it's not made, you have to kick him. Okay. Oh, here we go. Long messages. Wait for the problem here is what everyone believes. Different things. Everything is supposed to happen within the Forbidden Zone. We must punish those who do not comply. Okay, alright. I guess it depends on the punishment. Sure, we do get a bit of hiccups here and there, but how many times has RevG people been breaking the COR rules? Ooh, spicy drama. Spicy. That's right, Vane. Shots fired. No, shook. Maybe it's more smart to try and speak with the guy before now, as there are 5 or 6. It is not our fault for not passing on the message to all our members. Sorry, as there are 4 or 5, yeah. Okay. So it seems like a little bit of spiciness that's going on right now. Again, right, seems like maybe there was a war here based on what happened. Right, I think distribution obviously can be better. You know, power balance can be better. You know, again, I think, you know, if they're going to keep this format, you know, fine, but just try and work on some of those other things as far as that goes. Outside of that, nothing really standing out. It doesn't seem like it's a, you know, a war server now. Maybe it was at one point. So you never know. Maybe it could be the server for you. All right, let's look at the last two, which is 31 and 32, and then we're going to finish this off. Where am I at? 46 minutes? Oh, my gosh, that's a long time. Okay. Where am I at? 30? I need 31, right? Okay, let's go 31. All right, cool. 31, 32. Man, this is a long video. Well, what can I say? I'm a lover. Thanks, boss, I know. Alright. Let's get outside the map. Let's take a look. Alright, so here we go. Let's see what is cracking here on S31. Okay. We got 1, 2, 3, 64, 54, 53. Okay, still 10 mil gap, but I like how we have a green, red, blue. Oh, you were almost going to sell me. Almost sold me there. Still close, right? They could work in, and then it could be red, blue, green, but still about 3.5 mil off. So, okay. So power distribution is what? Oh, wow, it's almost 30 mil. Wow, it's 29 mil right now from 1 to 5. That's tight. Okay. Ooh, only 13 alliances have cities with... Okay, I mean, at least this is somewhat semi, right, where you have close faction powers between green, blue, and red, even though red has 2 alliances doing it. Let's look at honor. Okay, honor's a little lower. So, you know, this is actually, I think, a little bit nicer of an indication. Let's take a look and see how the map's looking. Okay, standard third split for the Rainbow Sherbet, with the exception of red having something here. Outside of that, okay, pretty standard. Let's see. Let's take a look at World Chat. See what's popping. It's very interesting. My stream's not working. Anyone else? Thanks. More than welcome. We're a great team. Ooh, okay. A lot of camaraderie going on in the chat. Poppy, that's why you just block it. Alright, Papi Chulo. I don't know if that was a bad word or not, so if it was, please just strike that from the conversation. Okay. I don't know what movie I saw that into. By the way, everyone's as soon as we said it, no safe zones anymore. Wow, they're going hard. No safe zones anymore next KE. No hitting though. Wow, okay, so they're going server-wide free-for-all. Oh, gosh. Hasta la vista, baby. To your server. Man, worst decision ever. Best of luck. Can you tell me where your place is so I can wait nearby your window to fetch your phone? What? These nose drops just make me want to toss my phone. Okay, got it. Oh gosh, yeah, gnome drops. I'm there with you though on that. It's I definitely I can understand. Okay, so now let's look at some announcement boards. So let's go here. Sends. What do they have? All right, still not promoting a Discord. Sad. Okay, I like the format though. Co-lead, recruiting, R4, additional officers, sister alliance. Okay, cool. I mean, again, formatting's a little nicer. Co-lead officers. Okay. Yeah, would maybe like this spaced out or just not as many people. Let's look at here. Okay, a little bit nicer. Allies, recruitment, War City takeover, Diplo. Okay, where's the Discord? That'd be cool. Okay, let's see. Look at the translate here. Injustice. Okay, Hennessy. It's a great drink. T3 Troops said detachment. Connection Discord. Awesome. Where's the Discord? I think we just clicked on that actually. All right, let's look at Tartaros. Welcome to Tartaros. Anyone can join. We have big goals for the future, so let's spread our magic and spread hell upon the server. Okay. Wow. Well, it's really nice that at least you're publicly displaying your love for PvP. All right. So again, I think everything is pretty much okay here, right? I think faction power is all right. You know, again, I think there was 16 cities we said. Sorry, 13 cities, right? It's a little less than normal. You know, again, based on rankings, again, and this is what we've been seeing in pretty much all, on almost all, if not all, the servers, right? Is you having, I think, albeit one or two that had a close 1-2 position, but still wide power gaps, right? And most likely, it's probably only going to get wider unless they make some steps in to try and do something to mitigate or just close that power gap. So we'll see. Where was this? This was 31. All right, last server now for 32. I'm going to have this video under an hour. All right, let's look at 32. Where are we at? All right, this is going to be the last one. Oh, gosh. Well, that's nice. I think I only got attacked on 2 or 3 of these. All right, here we go. Let's look at Alliance. So this is server 32. 53, 53, 50. Oh! I mean, if this was green at 50, you would probably be the best looking server just at face value from the Alliance boards. 45, not that bad, right? There's an 8 mil gap between 1 and 4, right? Again, 1 and 3, 3 mil gap. This still looks nice. I like this. I just wish that green was a little bit higher, right? So you'd have 1 of each. Then you go green, green, and then blue comes back at 8, 9. Okay, so it's 2 to 8. That's about like a 6 slot difference. 53 to 38. This looks a little bit closer for the top 5 positions that we've seen so far, right? This brings it in at, what, 12, was that 15? What, 14.6? For the power gap, it's actually a little bit closer from 1 to 5 than I think the other servers we've seen. And then once you get to 5 at 38, right, then you got, what is that, 5, 38, 36 to 10 is 9, about? So, okay. I mean, it's all right. You know, I still think decent. But again, right, you could tell, right, there's some alliances that just aren't as much of a showing, right? Like, what, red's top 3, then it goes blue, green. Okay, so it's actually okay, a little bit better. Okay, now let's look at faction power. We got, okay, so 1 of each. This is a little bit better. Red's making up. Blue, 560. Okay, so again, you've got 1 of each here, faction powers. "17 alliances have cities." Okay, that looks a little nicer. Let's look at Lord Honor. Ooh, okay. A little bit higher here than probably what I was anticipating. So at least for the top 2, even 3 at 7. Okay, let's look at how the map looks. Okay, standard 1/3 split. And looks like blue's taking a couple extra. Not sure what they're doing. I mean, it is a 1/3-ish split, but it's still like, it looks to me it's like red, blue, green is kind of how it's going. Red, blue, okay, yeah. Red, blue, green, because there's 2 alliances. I mean, yeah, that's pretty spot on for how it just visually looks. Let's look at World Chat. What's going on? Okay, was that a cord post for a player? Goodbye, world. I'll remember you good. Go out window. Alright, cool. Looks like some translation insults that are going down right now. A lot of one-worders. Oh, here we go. Little double face. Must you be my love? Okay. Sure. What? If my love. Alright. So, yeah, nothing, I don't know. It doesn't really seem like anything's going on. Nothing's really indicated too much. I mean, maybe there was some fighting early on. Or maybe they just get a lot of their points from some of the from the kill event portions. Let's look at the announcement boards. Let's see how those look. Welcome to Red World, big family, be active, participate, activity. Okay, so somewhat formatted. Would like to see a Discord there. That'd be cool. Maybe some server rules. If you are a warrior, you are welcome. Oh, okay. So hopefully it's not a big thing that we're seeing. If maybe they're going really hard. Okay. EMP, greetings, contact, membership. Alright, maybe Discord, server rules. Right, could always be nice. One Piece, favorite anime. Is glad to pace the kingdom, looking for honorable enemies and treasures. Some so spear. Kia. Hey! Oh, that's awesome. Law Kuma. Alright, cool. Mr. Trafalgar Law. That's my boy right now in the current arc. Ah, oh, so good. Alright, so again, I think 32 is okay so far. Doesn't seem like there's any war. Seems like some things are progressing nicely. I like, again, like I said, I like how the power gap looks. This is probably one of, if not the best power gap distributed servers out of this batch of 8 that we're taking a look at. Again, right, could still be better in some areas, but still looks good nonetheless. Right, nice city distribution. Right, seems like they have decent activity still as well, based on what we saw. Even though we don't know how any of the rules are, because there's no indications. Ooh, you know, the one thing I could have went to go look at that I didn't actually do before is look at World Heart. If they have any declarations. Oh, they don't, because no one's set currently. Do they even have a message board? They do. Can you resend the rules for this server to everyone, please? Yeah, that's be cool. Oh, that's the one thing I didn't take a look at. I need to do that next time. That's the 9th thing I need to remember, is taking a look at server mails. The one thing I didn't look at. Let's see if there's any... Oh my god, no, they haven't even sent server mails out? Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. Alright, yeah, we'll take a look at that next time, because that's obviously a really big thing, on if people are sending out server mails or not. Alright, well, we're almost at an hour in. Again, keep in mind that we are breaking up the video. We're going to have timestamps for each server that we go over in the description. If you are still here with us and you're just listening to this as a podcast, or you've been watching the whole time, definitely appreciate it. I hope you all enjoy these server analysis breakdowns where I go through each server. I give you my opinion on how they're going and developing as someone who spent a lot of time doing server management and kingdom management across kingdom builders. These are my thoughts. I would love to know what any and all of you think in those comments down below as usual. And until next time, we will see y'all later.